Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine for a moment you're about to embark on an important journey. Maybe it's a new project, could be a critical presentation, or even just leading your team. You step into the space, and your guide, your captain, steps forward. Now, picture two very different captains. The first one, they're kind of fumbling, maybe apologize, big nervous exhale. That uncomfortable lap, you feel this tension, right? This, are we really ready for this? Then the second captain steps forward. Quiet presence, calm, clear, ready. And there's just this immediate sense of assurance. Competency. You know instantly which boat you want to be on, which guide you trust. That immediate impression, that feeling of projected confidence, well, that's what we're diving into today. And how absolutely crucial it is when you are the speaker, when you're the captain for your journey. Today, we're looking at some really insightful stuff from Montana Von Fliss. She's coached thousands of speakers over, 17 years?
Yeah, everyone from big tech CEOs down to, new hires to starting out. She's seen the whole spectrum.
And her central question, it's fascinating. It isn't really about feeling confident deep down. It's more, how do you show up? How do you look confident? Even if, inside you're battling those nerves.
Exactly. And that distinction is key. Confidence isn't just this internal feeling you have or don't have. It's actually a series of observable choices, actions you can consciously decide to take. So our mission here in this deep dive is to pull out those actionable nuggets, specific physical things, vocal techniques, stuff anyone can use to project that assurance.
Right.
The goal is that you, our listener, can command any stage, whether it's virtual or in person, and really have an impact.
Exactly. So let's explore these choices, these 5 pillars of perceived confidence that Montana lays out. Okay, first pillar. It touches on something we've probably all heard. Speak up.
Common advice.
But Montana adds this really useful nuance. It's not just about volume. She talks about calibrating your vocal presence to a 5 on a 1 to 10 scale. So why is hitting that 5 so important? How does that actually change how people see you?
Well, it's a subtle psychological cue, isn't it? When you raise your energy and volume, even just a bit, say, from a hesitant 3 up to that 5, it signals preparedness. It signals positivity. It basically communicates to your audience, hey, I value your attention, and I'm fully engaged with what I'm sharing.
Okay.
So this shift, it isn't just about being heard. It's about projecting this sense of being organized, being in control. And that, in turn, makes your audience more receptive. It tells them, listen up, this is important, and I'm ready to deliver.
So for you listening, it's about making a conscious, maybe small adjustment, but one that immediately makes you seem more ready, more authoritative. It's not about shouting, just being present, vocally present.
Precisely.
Okay, pillar number 2, pacing. This is a big one for nervous speakers, right? We tend to speed up.
Or fill every tiny gap with, or like.
Yeah, exactly. And Montana challenges that common advice to just slow down. She says it can sound unnatural almost, patronizing sometimes.
Right, because just reducing speed across the board isn't really the answer. It can feel forced.
So, if slowing down isn't the fix, what's her alternative? What's more powerful?
The key insight is making strategic pauses, intentional pauses. These aren't the pauses you make because you forgot something or you're hesitating. These are planned spaces.
Okay, planned spaces.
Think of them like punctuation for the ears. You pause during transitions, let people catch up, process what you just said, and you pause for emphasis. Let a really key point sink in, land properly.
Okay.
It taps into how we process information. It turns just a stream of words into something more digestible, more impactful, and it signals you're deliberate, you're in control of the delivery.
So you're respecting the audience's need to absorb.
Absolutely. You're giving them that mental space.
Imagine the difference that makes for you when you're speaking. Letting your big ideas actually land instead of feeling like you're just rushing through makes you sound more thoughtful.
Definitely more impactful.
All right, so from sound, let's shift to the visual. Pillar 3. Because, before you even say anything, your body is talking.
Volumes. Yeah.
And Montana has this brilliant technique, instantly memorable, this superhero stance. Even if you're sitting down, she says, imagine yourself as a superhero. How does that mental trick actually translate into looking confident?
Well, it comes back to this core idea she talks about, making the shape.
Making the shape.
Yeah. Your audience, they can't read your mind, right? They only react to what they see. She uses this great analogy of being a good host. You wouldn't open the door to your guests kind of slumped over with a grimace, even if you were super excited they were there.
No, probably not.
You'd make the shape of welcome, open arms, a smile. It's the same principle. Making the physical shape of a confident person, maybe planting your feet, shoulders slightly back, open posture, good eye contact. It sends these immediate signals of assurance.
To the audience. And to yourself, too, maybe.
Subtly, yes. It reinforces that feeling internally as well. It's about embodying the presence you want to project. And she
Yeah.
gives a really practical tip. Video yourself.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a direct feedback loop. You can see if your confident captain shape looks authentic on you, if it feels right, and adjust it.
That's such a powerful, immediate thing you can try. And the video tip, wow, that's invaluable for actually refining it until it feels natural, making yourself an inviting presence.
Not just a talking head.
Okay, pillar 4, practice. We all know practice makes perfect, or at least better.
Sure.
But Montana stresses this critical difference, practice with purpose. So many of us think reviewing notes or just running through it mentally is practice. She argues purposeful practice is totally different. What does that really involve?
Yeah, it raises a really important question about how we prepare, doesn't it?
Huh.
She uses another great analogy here. Imagine you have a piano concert on Friday. You get the music on Monday. Would you just read the sheet music all week?
No way.
Of course not. You'd play it over and over. Yet speakers do the equivalent all the time. They just review. Practicing with purpose means actually doing the thing, replicating the performance environment as much as possible.
So like standing up.
Standing up, saying the words out loud, imagining your audience is right there, clicking through your slides if you have them, even recording yourself again.
Okay.
Montana mentions she runs her openings and closings like 3 times in a row while she's walking the dog or even in the shower.
Uh-huh.
It's about building muscle memory, not just for the words, but for the delivery, the pacing, those strategic pauses we talked about, the gestures.
So it's not about memorizing word for word necessarily.
No, definitely not. They can sound robotic, use bullet points to keep it fresh, adaptable, but practice the act of delivering it. Don't fear over-practice in that sense.
So for you listening, this means really shifting from just passively reviewing to actively preparing, building that physical and mental muscle memory for your message, making those confident choices feel automatic.
Exactly. Giving yourself the best shot.
All right, this final pillar, number 5. For me, this one really gets to the core, the internal side of things. It's about the story you tell yourself. Montana, who's been an actor since she was a kid, admits she still gets terrified sometimes before going on stage.
Which is relatable for so many people.
Totally. And she realized just trying to push the anxiety away, ignore it, that didn't work. So she asked herself, what am I telling myself right now? And she found she was giving herself this impossible instruction. Be perfect.
Oof. Yeah, that's a tough one. And that insight into our internal dialogue, our self-talk, it's so profound because often that inner voice dictates how we feel and act. So instead of fighting the negative thoughts like, what if I mess up? She found it more powerful to replace them with a better message, something rooted in her actual purpose for being there.
Okay, so replace, not just suppress.
Exactly. Her first silent sentence, as she calls it, became, I want to help my audience to the best of my ability. And this wasn't just, a nice affirmation. It acted like an override switch.
An override switch. I like that.
Yeah. Even if she was still physically nervous, maybe shaking a bit, her focus shifted. Her deeper purpose came to the front, and it actually changed her delivery, made it better.
Wow. And she refined this over time.
She did. She evolved it into something even more powerful, more connective. I invite you to be here with me while I am here with you so that I can make this easier for you.
I invite you to be here with me while I am here with you so that I can make this easier for you. That's quite something.
It is. She sees that first part, the invitation to herself to be present, as her definition of stage presence. And the second part, inviting the audience, reminds her they're collaborators, not judges. It welcomes them in.
So how do you, listening right now, find your silent sentence? What's the process?
Well, it starts by asking yourself, what do I really want for my audience here? What's my deeper reason for doing this presentation, this talk, whatever it is? Maybe it's simply to help people understand something complex. Maybe it's to inspire just one person to take a specific action. Or maybe it's just sharing a cool solution you found.
Finding that core purpose.
Finding that core purpose. Then you craft it into a sentence. Put it into your mental script. And this is key practice, saying it silently to yourself as much as you practice the words you'll say out loud. Montana suggests linking them. Silent bit, out loud bit, silent out loud. Make it part of your routine.
So it becomes automatic, like the rest of the delivery practice.
Precisely.
And this isn't about magically never feeling nervous again, right? Montana herself says she still gets nervous.
Absolutely not. It's about choosing a different path for your focus. Giving yourself a positive, purposeful instruction that helps you connect and succeed even with the nerves.
Because what we tell ourselves, it really matters. Our whole system is listening.
It really is.
Okay, so let's recap. We've covered 5 really powerful ways to step into that confident captain persona, turning up your energy, speaking up to that 5 foot, pausing strategically, like a boss, adopting that superhero stance, making the shape, practicing with purpose, really doing it,
Yeah.
and finally crafting and using your own transformative silent sentence.
We get that these techniques, they might feel a bit weird or uncomfortable at first. They're new choices, new pathways. They take you outside your usual comfort zone.
Sure, change can feel awkward.
But think back to that opening scenario we painted. How did it feel watching the nervous captain? That uncertainty. And then remember the immediate relief, the trust you felt when the confident captain stepped up.
Yeah, that feeling of safety you get as an audience member. Like, okay, phew, I can relax now. I'm in good hands.
Exactly that feeling. So what if you could consciously choose to give that gift of safety, of comfort to your audience? By making the choices of a confident captain, you're not just helping yourself perform better, you're actively making the experience more welcoming, more engaging,
Yeah.
frankly, more enjoyable for everyone listening.
So maybe here's a final thought for you to take away, something maybe a little provocative. These techniques, they aren't just tricks for putting on a show. They're actually profound tools for connection. When you choose to project confidence, you're not just mastering a skill for yourself. You're actively creating a better space, a more impactful experience, a more enriching exchange for every single person who gives you their time and attention.
And who knows, you might actually find some real joy in doing it.